Hey Paul, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Great to watch the movie last night.
Oh, thanks.
First and foremost, it was like a party for the senses for me. So how did you kind of balance the expectations of the cartoon against animation and live action?
In the cartoon, it's we're doing 11-minute stories, so we try to cram them full of jokes. So trying to do that over a longer period of time, just try to keep the same energy as the show but sustain it for 85 minutes.
Hi guys, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Firstly, what's the thrill of your job?
Well, first of all, the enjoyment it brings to so many kids. Mm-hmm. I happen to like kids, thank goodness. I'm very grateful for that. I enjoy that. And I also just have an affinity for my character and the world that he lives in and the people I work with. Man, that is great. I mean, everyone who has the good fortune to enjoy their coworkers, I think, appreciates that.
Yeah, the pleasures of it and the thrills of it are many and varied. It's such a boring answer, but there really is no downside to SpongeBob. Like, sometimes people go, well, what's an aspect of it you don't like? And it's like, I can't think of anything. People I work with are great.
Sometimes that's
but that doesn't have, SpongeBob doesn't cause traffic. So it's like, you just like, I like the people I work with. It's fun to hang around, writers and animators and storyboard people.
How important is it for you that the work that you're involved in is kind of creating long-lasting memories for kids?
We had David Bowie did a voice and Johnny Depp, and the reason that we were able to get these people that, you would, in a million years I would have never thought like, oh yeah, sure, just call David Bowie and he'll do a voice for our show, but he, it was something he did with his daughter, and same with Johnny Depp, so they had this, they had been bonding over it and they'd both enjoyed it. So for him, he did it because he's a dad.
I've had people that watched it when they were young, when they were, in their early teens or whatever, and they have kids now and are watching it with their kids. And God, that's just crazy.
So kind of playing on nostalgia and taking it through generations.
Yeah, people have a pleasant, pleasant association with SpongeBob. It's he's around. They associate him with happy times. You go to a theme park and go on a SpongeBob ride, or you're all hanging around watching it, laughing, in your living room, and and even if you're going through a tough time, SpongeBob is often the thing that makes kids who are going through tough times laugh. So it's all good. It's all positive.
How do you think movies like this would play a role in kind of child and then family development, or do you think they're purely for fun?
Personally, I think it's important for parents to watch anything that their kids are watching with them, because there are going to be questions. I know my kid's constantly asking me, like, when he sees things like, what is that? Why is he doing that? Who is this guy? Why is he a bad guy? So they I think that family films are a good. It's a good thing, people should get together and see them with their kids, not just drop them off and plunk them down in front of it, So we try to make our show easy on the parents, so it's not just, some sort of, not too childish. We're trying to entertain ourselves, so we hope that some of that gets, across to the parents.
There's kind of this balance between some adult-themed humour that then also needs to be kind of there for the kids as well. Is that difficult to balance?
It can sometimes be difficult. We're just, like I said, we're really just, when we go in there to write, we're really just trying to make each other laugh and trying to make it as funny as we can for us, and, keeping in mind that the main audience is going to be children, but also, hoping that there's something, if we can sort of put something in there that for the parents to, that might be a little above the kids' heads, but they can pluck it out of the air.
For any of our younger kids out there that want to try voices, they want to get into voiceover work, what would your advice be?
To immerse yourself in performing in all kinds of whatever kind of aspects or avenues you can, whether it's theater or music, because it's all performance-based, and realizing a character, creating a character, the character's sound, the feel and rhythm of the character, all that stuff.
If you love doing something and you stick with it and you just keep doing it and don't let anyone tell you that you can't, that's how I got into this business.
But there's so many venues now for kids to make their own stuff. I mean, don't just do the voices. Write a story, learn how to animate it, team up with other kids that that maybe have those skills, and put something up on YouTube.